Some of the other big stories tonight. President Trump today visited National Guard and other law enforcement in D.C., thanking them for their work in the nation's capital. The White House claims crime in D.C. is out of control. But as we've reported, the move to deploy the National Guard and federalize D.C. police raised tensions and alarm for many in the district. The president hinted again his efforts in D.C. could spread to other parts of the country. Take a listen.
We're going to make it safe. And we're going to then go on to other places, but we're going to stay here for a while. We want to make this absolutely perfect. It's our capital, and I guess it used to be many years ago safe, but it's certainly not had a very good run. And you got to be strong, you got to be tough, you got to do your job. Whatever it takes to do your job, you got to do your job.
So D.C.'s mayor points to statistics from Metro Police showing sharp decreases in crime. President Trump alleges those stats are falsified, and the Justice Department has launched an investigation now. And President Trump recently named Baltimore City as one place where crime is out of hand. Leaders at the city and state levels say we are seeing our own progress against violent crime. It doesn't take the National Guard to get it done. WJZ Live at 11 o'clock tonight. Tara Lynch on your corner in Baltimore City. Tara, another round in the war of words between Maryland's leader and the commander-in-chief continues tonight. Governor Moore telling President Trump to stop bad-mouthing Baltimore or come here himself.
Rick, this has really been an ongoing war of words, as you said, for more than a week now. It really reached a boiling point earlier today. But at the heart of all of this is safety. According to Baltimore City Police data, both homicides and non-fatal shootings are down. And while these tragedies are still occurring, again, just a few weeks ago, a deadly mass shooting in Park Heights, just down the street from where the governor spoke earlier today. The governor says the state is safe and the city is safe, and people we spoke to here in Cherry Hill say Baltimore is safe.
Donald Trump, if you are not willing to walk our communities, keep our name out of your mouth.
Thursday morning, Governor Wes Moore made some of his strongest remarks toward President Trump yet, telling the president if he isn't willing to work with Baltimore and Maryland, don't say anything at all. The governor also invited the president to the city for a public safety walk in September. Earlier this month, Trump criticized Baltimore as he deployed the National Guard to D.C.
And then you have, of course, Baltimore and Oakland. We don't even mention that anymore. They're so far gone.
This is a community that does not look at Baltimore like a punchline. If you are not willing to be part of the solution, keep our names out of your mouth.
In response, the Maryland Freedom Caucus director was critical of the governor on social media. The caucus issued a follow-up statement saying the governor, in his best Will Smith impression, told the president 3 separate times to keep Baltimore's name out of his mouth while inviting him to the same city. The state Democratic Party called the social media post disgusting and said the caucus director resorted to racist name-calling of America's only sitting black governor. Meanwhile, community organizations like We Are Us are boots on the ground working in tandem with city leaders to drive down crime while uplifting neighborhoods.
People going to keep talking. It's good that we hear it, but then we just got to keep working and working hard and serving hard.
I feel though it's safe because the violence is decreased.
I feel safe, particularly myself. I feel safe for my children too. I just feel like they need more programs for the children.
And their message to people who doubt Baltimore?
You have to know Baltimore and watch it evolve.
Come visit and see first before judging it.
In this back and forth between Annapolis and Washington, the White House now weighing in tonight, saying violent crime is down after President Trump increased federal law enforcement and deployed the National Guard. A spokesperson said, quote, perhaps Governor Moore should take a page out of the president's playbook to stop the rampant crime in Baltimore. Meanwhile, Governor Wes Moore has made it very clear he will not deploy the Maryland National Guard to combat crime in Baltimore City. For now, reporting live on your corner in Cherry Hill, Tara Lynch, WJZ.
And Tara with a great breakdown. Thank you. We are joined now by Mayor Brandon Scott, whose office responded tonight to the governor's letter and invitation to the president. Mayor Scott, we appreciate your time tonight. Among those commitments are additional resources for the ATF, the DEA, the FBI, the field offices in Baltimore. You're calling on President Trump to fulfill these. Now, 2 things that were not mentioned here, National Guard and additional funding for Baltimore police. Why is that?
Well, listen, first and foremost, we know that the National Guard is not the way. That's not what those soldiers signed up to do. And we've proven here in Baltimore, they did in DC and cities around the country, that we can have historic reductions of gun violence without the military. And we don't need that. But we have done this in part with our relationships with our local FBI, DEA, and ATF counterparts. And what we would allowing those folks to have more agents, Rick, would be allowing them to work alongside BPD. And that's why it's not additional resources of BPD, because this is a partnership. They are in partnership working each and every day with us. When I announced the expansion of the group violence reduction strategy last month, they were standing right there with us and allowing them to have more agents dedicated to going after gun traffickers, going after those bringing drugs into our community, going after those who are actually harming people, building cases, removing those organizations alongside the women and men of BPD. Is a part of what we've done to make the city a safer place. And whether the president comes to Baltimore or not, we want to see those resources, and we also want to see those public safety grants that they cut reinstated. We want to see him say, like many mayors have said, that there needs to be an outright ban on ghost guns and these Glock switches that are terrorizing communities across the country.
That's something we have talked about for years here. And I mean, Mayor, we've reported on Baltimore's historic decline in homicides in general. I mean, this is progress that we haven't seen in years. Some thought we would never get. It's tremendous progress. But perception is reality. Crimes committed by young people, that continues to be a big concern. So when our community leaders out there, they're hearing these war of words between our leaders, what is the message that you're hoping they take out of this?
Yeah, for me, the message doesn't change, right? Is that we acknowledge the historic progress. Rick, you and I talked about this ad nauseum. We have to acknowledge this historic progress. We are through the 21st of August, having the fewest amount of homicides that Baltimore has had on record through that date. That is historic progress for us to acknowledge. But as I always say, you don't see me celebrating because we know we still have a long way to go. But when you think about where we were just a few short years ago when we unveiled our comprehensive violence prevention plan versus where we are now, we can acknowledge that and still be committed to that work each and every day. But we will not allow the president or anyone else to just push aside that work, because too many people in our communities, too many police officers, too many community violence intervention workers and folks have put their lives on the line each and every day to make the city a safer place, as safe as it's been in my lifetime, for us to allow anyone to poo-poo that.
And so many want to see this city remain on the right track. Mayor Brandon Scott, we know you're busy. We appreciate your time here tonight at 11 o'clock. Thank you for joining us. And